Hello everybody and welcome back to Pravus Gaming and more Plague Inc. Evolved Custom Scenarios. We have a request today for a scenario called Elven Plague by Dwindling Numbers. Unfortunately, as usual, the search function is absolute junk, so I had to go find it on the Steam Workshop, which means now I have to search through my subscribe tab, and there it is! Okay, hey all, thanks for at least reading this. It is the least I can do, quite literally. This is in fact my first custom scenario, I hope you enjoy it. Popular icon, I would say I'm native English, okay, pity votes, praise Pravus, storyline, there we go. One of the last remaining elves in the year 1838 BC, because elves absolutely existed in 1838 BC, secreted away a vial of magical-oriented virus in hopes of someday reviving its own species. It threw the beaker in a river while being chased, shattering the container and unleashing the plague upon the river. The river slowly dwindled down into a stream and eventually the middle of Saudi Arabia. Wow, that's a huge ecological shift in only 4,000 years. But all right, while slowly dwindling away the current infected plant life around it, jumping to the present, a boy dared his friend to eat a plant. Was this one of those like illegal plants? You know, was heavily frowned upon by older societies? A little bit of weed, maybe? I don't know. Little did he know he was starting the beginning of something else. Change humanity forever. Literally. Hooray! Capitalization may not be working. Also, tax misunderstanding. We'll figure that out later. Let's just go ahead and jump into it. Funny story, when I actually loaded up Plague Inc. today, my entire screen just turned completely magenta. I completely messed up my graphics card. A little bit weird. Was able to shut it down, fortunately. Fungus type, by the looks of it, metabolic jump, genetic mimic, terracite, extremophile, and pathostasis all seem completely fine. The Elven Revolution. I dearly welcome you to the Elven Revolution, or as humanity will come to call it, the end of times. Clever. This is, of course, my first scenario. Don't expect much from me, please. Oh, come on, don't sell yourself short there. Praise Pravus, binge watches Plague Inc., also the custom Plague. Starting date is my birthday, the 18th of March. See, the thing is, I can immediately tell you're not American when you say the 18th of March. Because no American says the 18th of. It's always March 18. But non-Americans seem to do it the other way around. Little quirks in society. Not sure why. Finally, disease type is fungus because the boy ate a mushroom. It was a shroom! Oh, it wasn't weed, it was a shroom. Alright, we've infected our first human in Saudi Arabia, and I already have 8 DNA, by the way. That was quick. Alright, we have birds, livestock, air, water, blood, insects, rodents, and the ultimate transmission. Nothing can stop you once you evolve this. 85 DNA, max infectivity. A little bit cheaty, but okay. Revolution, the start of all Elven changes. I left the rest of the normal symptoms for the sake of my own sanity and time. Oh, come on, man. If you're going to create a custom scenario, you gotta be willing to put in the effort. Don't just do like 20% of it and then leave the rest and say it was way easier. I mean, you're not wrong. It is easier, but don't do it. Don't do it. Transformation 1. Infectee's ears become elongated and pointed. The human gets stronger and faster. A little bit of severity from that, and then just the basics, rash, coughing, nausea, and insomnia, and cysts, and so on. And then we have our spore bursts. So I'm hoping there's going to be some pop-ups with a good theme or something, because the only difference I'm seeing so far is ultimate transmission, which is just the cheat button, and then just one tiny little section of symptoms. And then everything else is exactly the same as normal. Also, we're getting a lot of DNA. Holy crud, what's going on with the balancing of this thing? I don't know. We're going to go for the rash and the sweating and the skin lesions, because it's still a very good opening, and then we'll probably go for some air transmission if I can. Did you know that Nyali's a half-elf? And I mean that sort of half-ironically, because she actually does have one slightly pointed ear and the other one's completely normal. So I joke that she's my half-elf wife. It's just a little funny tidbit. She's sometimes self-conscious about it, but I think it's cute. Anyway. Let's see. We could go for some spore bursts, and I am going to do at least a couple of spore bursts just to make sure we get onto... Well, that was the worst possible place. Egypt, right next door? Come on! I want to get on other continents. There we go. Just so that we'll be able to get a faster spread. Turkey's okay. Okay, North America, good. Other places in Asia, maybe? Okay, Europe, sure. And if we can go into Australia or an island? Necrosis mutated for free. Well, this is going to become a challenge run really quick, isn't it? All right, we're going to go for some drug resistance and more air transmission. If we start with necrosis, that means we have lethality to begin with, which means that's going to be a little on the tricky side to deal with. I think we have to refund this. There's no way I can start with necrosis within the first few months. It's just not possible. Saudi Arabia's already started working on a cure as a result. That's what you get, man. Let's go for a spore eruption and see if we get lucky. Okay, we got Greenland early. That's not bad. That's not bad. Maybe we can get Greenland in a future one. You know? I like that. All right, let's see. We need more transmission. Let's go for some birds, some water, level of cold resistance 2, actually, since we are already in some colder climates. And then I think we can focus mostly on symptoms, and we probably would be fine, honestly. I mean, water resistance would be a good thing to get, but we have spore bursts for a reason, you know? So let's go for some symptoms instead. We're going to go for transformation. Get your pointy ear on. Transformation 2. Infected hybrids start to hunt for uninfected humans to transform them. The infectee's personality changes into an elf's. Now, what does an elf's personality look like exactly? Are we talking Lord of the Rings style elves? Or are we talking, like, what's the freaking word? Ella Enchanted style elves, happy all the time. Actually, better reference, more topical reference, is the Disenchantment by Matt Groening. You get my point, though. Happy? Or just sort of distant, probably badass, but we'll never say it. What's it gonna be? Unintended murder. Is it really murder if it's unintended, or is it manslaughter? Seeing as the infected strength greatly improves, simple games like tag or arm wrestling can severely harm someone. Yeah, I'd like to imagine playing a little bit of arm wrestling against an elf hybrid, and he just rips your arm out of its socket. That'd be funny. Let's go for some pneumonia, because that is good in the colder, wet regions like Russia. Doop-a-doop-doop-doop. Nausea mutated for free. Awesome. We're going to go for cysts and hypersensitivity for the wealthy countries, since it counts as a sort of drug resistance. I'm a little bit worried about my boat capabilities. Let's go for some water and extreme bioaerosol. I mean, I could go for the spore bursts and stuff, but let's just play it safe. Let's not even rely on those darn things. Lethality is not good for me, but Transformation 2 seems fine. Unintended murder is going to have to wait a little bit. Got into the Caribbean. We are definitely infecting rather rapidly in whatever country we manage to get into. Kind of surprising. Eradicate them all! Kill all the humans, it's a win condition! Yeah, killing all the things is usually a win condition. Alright, missing a handful of islands, including Australia, which is weird. Sneezing mutates for free. Okay, we got in Australia. I think now is the time to continue with our spore bursting and just finish this nonsense off. There we got New Zealand. Good. Let's go for some Madagascars and stuff. Nope, none of that. Philippines, though, that's pretty good. Can we get into Madagascar? No, we got an Iceland. Okay, how about Madagascar now? There it is. Any countries left? No, we're done. Good. That means we go for the necrosis and kill them all! Let's also find out what other unique things we've got. So there's unintended murder, and I have no idea what is gated behind the rest of that. There's at least 2 more symptoms that I don't know what to do with. Global research is focused on a cure. Well, I have necrosis, so I'm not worried about it. No, what do I need to do to get in there, though? For real. Don't need spore bursts. I don't know why I picked that up. I mean, we have pathostasis, so it doesn't really matter that much. Let's go for paralysis and coma to slow down the cure. There's pulmonary fibrosis. Okay. Central America begins to break down. What else is new? Yeah, there's a couple of other symptoms here that I don't know how to unlock. I don't know if I ever will get to unlock, and it makes me sad. All right, we're going to go for the total organ failure to max out that lethality a little bit. Canada is, well, a problem, actually. Hi, Canada. Could you please infect a wee little bit faster? Tell you what, drug resistance. Let's fix your stupid healthcare system! The Elven Revolution genome has been fully sequenced. As everyone now knows. The world is dead except for Canada, so universal healthcare for the win, I guess? I don't know. Let's go for some genetic reshuffles, a couple levels of that. And just buy myself a tiny bit of extra score. There we go. No healthy people left in the world. So, does that mean that everyone's turned into an elf? Win condition eradication using Elven war tactics. You know, one of these days, for the simian flu, I would just like to see someone say guerrilla war tactics, but spelled gorilla. I don't know why I'm thinking of that right now, but I always thought that'd be funny. Weapons and strength who have transformed and murdered all uninfected people, dawning a new age of Elven prosperity and peace. Only 680,000 happy Canadian elves are left. Nope, wait, 178. Yeah, you did it! Hope you enjoyed, as this is my first scenario. Alright, we got 3 stars, 65,634 points. 372 days is reasonably good time, only 33% cure progress. Okay, so while I love it when people jump into the Plague Inc. scenario creation, you know, genre, they want to try their hand at it, that's all well and good. Let's just take stock of what was actually done here. There's a unique description at the very beginning and no story pop-ups throughout, so there's no real customization much in the story aside from the initial description. There are, as far as I can tell, 4 unique symptoms replacing a couple of them, namely the, what is it, hemophilia and anemia stuff. So that's there, but 2 of them are locked and I couldn't access them, so you only had 4, and then there's 1 special transmission that I did not take at all, because it's too powerful. Really, is it a custom scenario at that point? You know, and this is not to be said as a discouragement. I really want this guy to keep trying, keep working at it, but if you're worried that you're not going to have enough time, well, then maybe you shouldn't be doing it. Like, what you've got here isn't really a custom scenario. It's barely anything at all. You've got the right idea. An Elven scenario here, sure, go for it. Like, it's not a bad concept for a scenario, but you really do have to take the time and put it into the symptoms, into those transmissions. Find something that thematically makes sense. Continue that story. Really build a theme. Otherwise, it's a fungus with a couple of unique symptoms. That's it. You know what I mean? So please keep trying. Please, you know, thank you by all means for sending it my way. I'm saying this for your benefit, but also for other people who are aspiring to do this. Take the time, man. If it takes you a month to write a really good scenario that you're super proud of, by all means do it. You know, that's what I say. Anyway, I have to say no, because I don't really think it had any uniqueness to it. But please do not take that to mean just give up. Don't give up. Keep going. Follow your dreams. Make it happen. But put in the effort, because that's what makes a good scenario. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If so, then be sure to hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.